Oh, I'm back on. Oh, I see the audio thing. It's green. I'm sure it's working now. I guess YouTube Live, I got to figure out why it doesn't like my microphone because it had me plug in my microphone and I selected the microphone to be the audio source. So, what the deal, yo? Whatever. Okay, I'm back. Hello, live stream. It's just the nature of going live. It's okay. We're going to just trust that was fine and meant to be. And whoever's meant to come here, you know me, I don't mind talking to myself alone. I've been alone my whole life. Not for long, but we have, and we're just going to speak the truth for a minute. Okay, take two. So I explained a bunch of amazing things, but that wasn't meant to be for people to see and hear. So thanks, babe. Okay, Abby, thank you. You're here. You can hear me. Fantastic. The audio is working. We just had to restart this. Okay, boo-boo. Here we go, babes. This is going to be quite a live stream. I don't know how long I'm going to go. It might be 90 minutes. It might be 60 minutes. We're going to trust that it's meant to be what it's meant to be. Please come, please go. Obviously, this is going to be posted to the channel after, so you can watch it. You can watch the replay. I have quite a show planned here. And by the way, when I touch my hair, it activates my channel. It's one of the things that just keeps your crown clear. So I promise I'm not just like glamming it up here. But sure, you guys think whatever you want to think about that. So I'll just start over. Spirit guides, just for the record, are we happy I didn't just freak out? I mean, progress, right? I didn't freak out. I didn't scream at the dark energy because even if they did interfere, they can't stop me and they're learning that the hard way. And so here we are. If it was a tech glitch, okay, no problem. We all know with technology, we got to be patient. Yes, there's a lot of dark energy in it. And sometimes it's just the technology because it sucks. It ain't that great. I'm going to try to be nice. And I'm going to try my damnedest to keep comments to a minimum. I should say keep judgments, because of course those are judgments. I mean, hello, I'm human. Moving on. So, gang's all here. Higher realms are here. The divine source, God, creator of us all, is here. Very much here. The divine source told me to do this, by the way. The divine source tells me to do everything because best believe I have no interest in sharing my life and what the hell I'm doing and what I'm navigating. I am told to. My soul contracted to. I have a mission here to share what I went through, what I live, what I have lived, what I am living, what I will continue to live. My soul said to the divine before it incarnated, hi, so I'll do it. I'll speak truth to power. Big whoop. I'll go down the darkest path possible of alchemy to transmute all my soul's karma from every lifetime past. I'll transmute other people's karma. I'll endure all the pain because I can feel every emotion of every human on earth and be fine. I'll be in a huge body to endure all that. I'll be a twin. I'll split with my soul. I'll what's the right phrasing? Because I'm trying to be thoughtful with the words because words matter. Words matter big time. And there's massive distortion around every spiritual principle on earth currently in the spiritual space around twin flames. Massive distortion, massive distortion. So best believe everything I say here, I'm going to be very thoughtful about. Okay. Because I'm a teacher. That's what I am at the end of the day. I'm a teacher. I'm a guide. I'm an activator. I'm a change maker. I'm a trailblazer. I'm a way shower. I'm a visionary. I am not a coach. And I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life. I want you to do what you want to do, what your soul wants you to do, what God's guiding you to do, what you know you're here to do. I would like you to create an impact on this planet using your gifts and the lessons you've alchemized. But whatever you do with your life, I'm down with. I support you 100%. I trust it's your unique path. I know your destiny will keep calling you like it's called me. And I know that the path is winding, that it's some circle of life shit up in here, and it's not for the weary, the ascension path, which is what it's called. That's what we're gonna always toss this up to. If you are here, if you have found me, if you found this video, if you're here now live or here later, you are on what's called the spiritual ascension path. What does that mean? Well, speaking of something that's highly distorted in the current spiritual conversations, let me just tell you what I've been shown it is, because everybody's got a unique channel, right? However, we are going to have to all come together and decide what the standards are, what the baselines are for what abundance consciousness is, for what twin flames are for real, right? For what ascension is. Not all these mini distorted stories about it that's programming souls on the path in the wrong way. So, eventually we all got to come to the table together. But right now, a lot of people are in their ego and they don't want to come together. Next year, we're going to have to come together in unison, in unity, and clocking in to save this planet, because the Jedis are all here, and not all the Jedis are fully in their alignment yet, but they're going to be. I'm in it because I was one of the first. I hate to say it like that, but I was. I used to wonder, why do I feel so much older than everybody? Right? Why do I feel so damn old? Old, like the way an old person feels on this planet. I was in middle school and I felt like I was 40 years old, right? I was 7 years old, but felt like I was 17. Makes no sense, right? So my whole life, I never understood why I felt old like that. And it was a weird experience, let me tell you, because I still, like anybody who incarnates, had to come into the lifetime and be 0 years old and 1 years old and 2 and so on, and go through all the bullshit and all the programming and the school and the this and the that and the puberty and the, dark nights and the, right? The reason I felt so old is because I am not just an old soul. I'm one of the oldest on earth. Mic drop. So do I say that? I am a part of the group of people. I am a part of the group of souls, the initial first group of souls that ever came to Earth. Big fucking deal. That doesn't make me better. That doesn't make me, you can have your judgment. That doesn't make me better. Sorry, I do get on the defensive sometimes because I'm just always waiting for, I know there's judgment, right? And I hate judgment. So maybe I should stop judging too. It's this vicious circle with the judgment, right? And we know that's often why we all hide. We all have been hiding. We don't speak up. We're afraid of judgment. So my process has had to be, I just accept judgment now. I know it's coming. I know it's there, not from everybody, not all the time, but it's there. And I have a certain level of armor up, like everybody does. Hello, we're on planet Earth with duality. You got to have some armor. So because I'm, one of the OGs, literally, I finally understand. By the way, that was just revealed to me on my 37th birthday. I just want y'all to understand that I'm still navigating massive truth that's being shown to me about who the fuck I even am, that I've always secretly known but never would admit. Time to bring the fire. I need the fire in front of me to keep me sane and keep me grounded in this, because the key for next year is grounding, y'all. The hardest part on this planet. When you are a super powerful soul with massive psychic gifts and creative gifts and human gifts, grounding is the hardest thing, because you live between the realms. I have 1 foot in the higher realms and 1 foot on earth. That's not because I choose to. I have to. It's required for my mission. You know how long it's taken me to figure that out, how to do that? I'm still figuring it out. Like, I know everybody thinks they understand psychic gifts, but a lot of us are still remembering how these work on Earth. And so many of the gifts that we have are awakening more and more. Like through the portal of December and my 37th birthday, my psychic gifts, to give it a scale, went from 140% to 270%. It's like everything just multiplied in the last month. And so right now, I can consciously go to like the 8th dimension while being here. That ain't for the weary, okay? And then what happens is you go to the 8th dimension or whatever dimension, and we don't even have to talk about dimensions, but you go to the higher realms. You can give that whatever title you want to give that. And then you slam back down to Earth. where there's duality and war and hate and rejection and pain and separation, the illusion of separation, the illusion of scarcity. And then you're like, am I insane? No, you're just back on earth fully. And you just saw what an illusion separation, scarcity, pain, fear is, because you just went to the other realms where that doesn't exist, where the truth of the divine creator is. The truth of the divine creator of us all is oneness, abundance, love, union, truth, light, frequency, vibration, energy, creation, yo. Time to get into Lowe's 10 mastered soul lessons. Best believe this morning I woke up and I was guided to write them down. Now, the divine told me as I'm writing them that these are all to be shared. Does my human want to share them? Absolutely not. But I will. Why not? Fuck it. I got 47 more years, yo. I'm not counting down the days, but I do happen to know when it's going to be the end. And it's actually quite great because you squeeze more out of life when you know that. I always knew I would. If I knew the end, I would work on the beginning. I would work hard in the beginning, middle, and then the end would come and I'd be so happy and grateful. For the record, I am happy to be here. I'm happy to be in this body. I'm happy y'all are here and whoever else watches this. However, my life path has nearly killed me. And so forgive me if I explain that a little bit. We are completing today, tonight, 11:59 PT. A 10-year cycle. Forget 9, it's actually 10, and you'll do it when you count the years. Oh, it's 10. It's not a 9-year cycle. It's 10 years. So 10 is very sacred. By the way, 10 equals 1. So new beginnings. So that's why when we start a new cycle, it's kind of like a 0 to 1. We don't have to get into all that. That's numerology, but it is real. So I'm going to give you basically, and it's funny because as I did each year from 2016 to 2025, the paragraphs explaining what I went through got longer. 2016 was very simple. It was hard, but it was simple. And every year it got harder. Oh, I wonder why? Because I truly went through my actual spiritual awakening during this season, this 10-year cycle. So here are my 10 mastered soul lessons, stories, whatever we want to, and I say mastered in the sense of I've been through such intense experiences that pushed me to master them. But the mastery of these lessons are going to keep going and I'll continue to be tested. My soul will keep testing me in the lessons I've already learned that I'm going to share with you here in new experiences, which is how it works. Because in order for your human to actually master the lessons your soul wants to master, which is why it came here to begin with, why you incarnated to begin with, you have to be put through new circumstances to then see if that lesson was mastered, AKA, do you respond differently? Like just now when the technology glitched and I had to restart this live, I didn't freak out. I was a little annoyed. I didn't scream at the dark energy, although I know it is partly dark energy. I calmed myself down and I said, all right, I'll restart. And I had patience. Patience is my hardest thing here because my soul is so high frequency and is used to the 12th dimension where everything moves at the speed of light. Earth is slow for a reason. It's how our soul learns. Okay. So my soul is overwhelmingly fast, always been that way in this life, always will be. And my lesson is to slow down, is to be patient, is to allow for the magic of Earth and the slowness to be what allows me to savor this lifetime. It's why I'm going to have kids and have a partner. And, as I age, I'm going to have to slow down because my body's going to, want to slow down. So it's real. But right now I'm in the peak, right, of this lifetime. I'm in the next 10 years are going to be a very peak cycle for me. And it's going to constantly be this dynamic of slow, like speeding up, slowing down to speed up. And then knowing intuitively when it's time to speed up, which is rare, but there are times for that. There are times where you're supposed to just go. And then most of the time, it's like 70-30, they show me. 70% we're supposed to be calm and grounded and slow. That's a relative term, but, calm, right? And then 30% it's go time, right? But me, I'm triple fire. I got water. I got a lot of Capricorn, which is an intense energy. And so it's just always like fee, fi, fo, fum. Here I come, stomping down the road, And it's also not the greatest for me. It's not the greatest for my nervous system, So you're going to learn your own, how you're wired, how your body's wired. This next year cycle, this next 10 years, especially next year, you're going to keep refining that, like all of us. We're all a work in progress. You know what I mean? Yes, Amy, the patience, it's real. It's real. And also patience is a lesson. It's a virtue and it's a lesson because what are we in a rush for to begin with? Which is what I have to constantly remind myself. My soul's always like, I am not rushing this lifetime. What are you rushing for? I know you're 37. I know it feels like you're behind. You're right on fucking time. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? And my human's like, but the fuck, I told you guys, we're in the sandbox fighting. This next year, I'm manifesting that my soul and my human are one, but best believe we've been two. So there's that. Okay. Enough chatting. 42 minutes. Oh, Jesus. Okay. 2016. My mastered soul lesson is this. Leaps of faith always pay off in divine motherfucking timing. I followed the call that I received in 2015 to move from New York to California, aka from Stamford, Connecticut, the Mecca of the tri-state area, New York, Long Island, New Jersey, and Connecticut, to San Diego, California. And I did it with my roommate at the time, one of my best friends to this day. Shout out Allison, my girl forever. And without her, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I did a road trip. I followed my gut. I left everything I knew. I'm an East Coast person, right? I mean, it's East Coast, West Coast, very different. Very, 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 very different. Very different. Couldn't be more different. But since I was a child, I felt called to California, and now I know why. I'll get into that in a minute. But California, I would watch movies. A couple movies had a huge impact on me, shows, and I would watch it and I would be like, and again, it's all full circle because now I can look back and know why. I'll explain why in a moment. But I would watch these movies that were based in California, whether it was LA or Southern California or even Northern California. And I would be like, why do I feel like part of my soul's there? Divine timing, though. Leaps of faith are not going to pay off in your timing, in our timing. It's in God's timing. I'll explain more about that later. 2017. Here's the mastered soul lesson. By the way, as I was writing all this, I was bawling and remembering all this and have a lot of respect for all the shit I've gone through. It was as I'm writing it, and I was annoyed at one of the years because one of the years I'm going to talk about was very hard for me. And my guys are like, see, they're like talking as I'm getting annoyed and sad and feeling it all again, because as one does. And my guys are like, see, isn't this a great process for you to do? Look at all you've been through. That's what we want you to see. We want you to see all you've been through and how powerful you are and how far you've come, so you can keep going and so you can continue to hold the vision for how far you're still going to go in this lifetime. 2017. So I'm in California. I'm in San Diego. Complete shift in culture. But don't worry. The lesson I learned that year was no matter where I am, and I'm a runner, I run like the wind. I love to run. How do I want to say that? Classic, right? People will leave places and think their problems won't follow them. The fuck? They do. But moving locations is a big energetic shift, and it can initiate a new beginning. There's no doubt. But when you haven't healed, when you have certain energies within you that you have not looked at that are detrimental to you being your highest self, they follow you. So it doesn't matter where you are, obviously. No matter where I am, I'll always run back into myself. Places hold new energy, but if we're carrying old energy, it'll persist. 2018, one of the big ones. I love how I wrote this. Let me just preface before I say this. In the months leading up to April 2018, I was getting massive signs that something big was going to happen, and I didn't know what. There was no clear. First of all, I wasn't even awakened then. I was working a corporate job working 10 to 12 hours a day, mainly. I was trying to do my entrepreneur thing always because my whole career in corporate, I had a side business always. And I was working like a dog, unhealthy, loner. I had made some friends at my job when I got to California, but ultimately I was always a loner, always by myself, and kind of preferred it that way because other people stress me out and their energy can be heavy for me because I feel everything. It's the psychic gifts. It's nobody's fault. It's just my gifts. I've had to be alone in this life for my life purpose. It's actually part of it. So we'll get into that later. Here's the lesson. Are you ready? There is the you that exists before meeting your twin flame. And then there is the you that exists after meeting them. Met my counterpart abruptly, with no warning, unexpectedly, and it rocked my entire world. Oh, here we go. The juicy stuff. Love these big ass Post-its, yo. They're a lifesaver. Oh, 2019. Year of running from my destiny. Oh, wait. Oh, how could I forget? 2018, I had my first Dark Night of the Soul. I've had 10 total so far. You think I haven't earned these stripes? What do you think I am? So, year of running from my destiny. Oh, 2019, second Dark Night of the Soul. And Lolo went buck wild. I won't even get into what I did, but I was wild that year. Absolute ego. Absolutely destructive behavior. Oh, I have empathy for that version of me that had no idea who I was and who I was going to be shown I am and here to be, and who was ready. Here's the parentheses I wrote for this lesson. No matter how far you run, distract yourself, numb out, escape, avoid, etc., your destiny will keep stalking you, pulling you forward, and your calling will keep calling you. Whoops. Breathe that in. Again, second Dark Night of the Soul, 2019. 2020, third Dark Night of the Soul. However, 2020 was a great year for me. I was very fortunate. I was one of the souls that was very fortunate that year. And I will always be grateful for that. I mastered and started loving being with myself, embracing that I was alone all the time, and learning to take better care of myself. So the destructive habits of many years leading up to 2019, Lolo had to clock in on her health and her vitality. And I lost a lot of weight that year. I made a lot of money that year. So that's that. So I wrote here, health and vitality and abundance flowed, and they expanded my spiritual capacity. So in 2020, there was one rough moment where I was on my hands and knees in my bedroom. I lived in San Diego at the time, in Little Italy. And I was having my one and only, what I would call anxiety attack, or what that must feel like for people, panic attack, whatever. And it was an initiation for me now that I look back, and my soul was trying to break through. And God, I'm on my hands and knees and I'm screaming, what? Why am I here? Why am I on this planet? And I hear for the first time consciously the voice of God, a booming voice, if I might add. And I hear the following statement. And once you hear a statement like this, once you hear the voice of the Creator, you will never be the same. I hear, you were made to bring down the light. You were made to bring down the light. And I go like this. And oh, well, no, they're just saying you got to tell the other story. Okay, in 2019, remember, I'm running from my destiny, already met my twin, said bye-bye to him. And then I'm running, I'm being very destructive with self and with others. And I'm on a plane. I'm not going to say the specifics of this, but I'm not saying the specifics of this. It's none of their damn business. This needs to unfold more, y'all. I'm talking to all y'all guides. So, no, I don't want to say that. Do you like how I argue with them? Why do I need to say that? See? Okay, fucking fine. I'm just going to trust that there's a reason I need to say this. I don't know why this is hard for me. All the shit I'm about to tell you. Something about this is so sacred to me and it actually makes me cry. So, okay, fine. I'm on a plane to New York City to a business meeting from San Diego. I worked for an agency at the time. I get on the plane. The plane just took off from San Diego. I'm going to New York City. It's November 2019. I put my headphones in. Believe it or not, I'm going to tell you the specific fucking song I was listening to because it's an important song for the whole damn story. The song was the Remember instrumental song from Lion King. Listen to it. It will activate the living shit out of you. Remember who you are. That's the Lion King. Remember when Mufasa's in the sky telling Simba, remember who you are. You are my son, the one true king. Remember who you are. You are more than you have become. You remember that? Well, that's my journey because I'm the lioness and there's a lion out there. So I shut my eyes. I'm listening to that song. It's on shuffle. I have no intention to listen to that song, but it's kind of a relaxing song as it starts out and then it crescendos. And out of absolutely nowhere, the plane just took off, y'all. I'm sitting there, trying to, I don't sleep on planes, but I was resting my eyes for a moment. Okay, let me sit back for a second. This brings up a lot for me. I don't know why. It's just very emotional. And it's where a lot of my journey began in terms of awakening to my gifts and my life path and mission. And everything comes back to this moment with her. So, all right. Big ups, Joy. I'm going to tell him. So, oh God, why is this so hard to say? Oh, this live shit. Okay. I sit back in the chair on the plane. My headphones are in, the song is going. All of a sudden, out of absolutely nowhere, I hear the following 4 words, loud as can be, from the voice of a woman. I hear, wait for my son. That was hard. I knew exactly who it was. I'm not telling you who it was. I knew exactly who it was. And I didn't even know her. Hello, she's not alive anymore in human form. She's alive and well up there. I knew who it was. Don't ask me how I knew. I was barely awakened. I had no idea how psychic I was. Okay. I heard these 4 words. My eyes were shut. I went like that, like very, very, very intensely went like this. Oh my God. Oh my God. The woman next to me, tears started streaming down my face. 4 rows in front of me, a man's window was open a little bit and the sun was shining directly in my eye. And the woman next to me is like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not okay. And I shoot up, I go to the bathroom and I'm like this in the bathroom. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like I was fucking out of my damn mind after I heard that because I knew who it was about and I knew who told me that. And everything unfolded from there. Moving on. I did it. Okay. Wait for my son, she said. Back to 2020. Oh God, that was unexpected. Oh, Jesus. Yeshua, help me. Okay. The lesson from 2020. Wow. That took a lot out of me. I've never told anyone that. Well, some people learned it that should have never known. Big mistake telling those people. Moving on. 2020, third dark night of the soul. I flow with change and I am a master at adaptability because I am. living by myself in Little Italy, San Diego through the pandemic, starting my own business while working corporate, received massive and unexpected abundance explosion, December 2020, a year's salary to give me freedom to go out on my own. Anxiety attack on hands and knees. Why am I here? Hear God's booming voice. You were made to bring down the light. Moving on, 2021, one of the worst years of my life. Made the most money though. Worst year. 2021, fourth and fifth dark night of the soul. Now we're up to 5 dark nights of the soul. Okay. I finally answered Destiny's call. Part 1. Okay. The truth was revealed to me unexpectedly about what twin flames are and that I am one. Now, I'm going to explain this for a moment. Consciously in this lifetime, don't ask me why, it was coded this way. My soul coded it this way and made it so I did not have any, and I want to be clear about this. I had no recollection or understanding consciously in this life about what twin flames were until the moment it was revealed to me actually it was December 30th. 2020, right before 2021. I'm sitting at my parents' kitchen island because I was home for the holidays and I was about to go back to San Diego a day later. I'm sitting there working on something and there's a podcast going, one that I don't even know why I was listening to it. It wasn't even one I subscribed to. And I look up at the clock. I'm not even kidding, guys. It's 11:11, the main number for twin flames. Yes, I'll explain that in a different live. And I hear twin flames from this woman on this podcast. Well, that sent me down a rabbit hole. Want to know why? My body was shaking when I heard it. That's how you know you're hearing truth for your life path. So all of a sudden, I go down the rabbit hole of what it is. And of course, there's massive distortion. But at the time, I read this woman's book that was accurate for my journey. People try to tell me it wasn't, though, throughout my journey. I've been tested 10 ways to Sunday on this journey. You guys don't even know what I've lived. I'll explain it later. But ultimately, the book was right. Full circle. Here I am. And I was shook because it was the only thing that made sense. You want to know why? Because when you have a twin and you meet them in the 3D world, even if you separate after, you never forget them. They're in your consciousness. You share the same brain. That's how I like to put it. You share basically remember, your soul powers your body. Okay. So everything you think and the way your liver releases shit to clear the stuff out of your body and your heart pumping and your blood moving, that's powered by your soul, which is a light body. Okay. So when you are here twice, when your soul's in 2 bodies, you have access to that body and they have access to yours. That's how it works. This needs to become like just normal, guys. Everybody's so like, oh, the twin flame. It's like, guys, this is advanced soul shit. I need to remind everybody, you're advanced souls. You think a young soul could come here and split? It's not easy to do that. You're not really split. You're just here twice. So that was enough to deal with. Oh no, don't worry. My soul had other plans for me on top of that, which is already hard to understand and navigate. I had a massive sacral womb healing activated through devastating health diagnosis. That's all we're sharing about that. Heart activated and awakened through unexpected heart rate dropping during the surgery for said diagnosis. Yeah. Imagine this. Let me just share with you a little something here. Imagine getting a devastating diagnosis. You got to go figure it out. You need a surgery, because they always want you to get surgery. They make the most money from surgery, by the way. So they want you to get it. I know the healthcare world well. We'll get into that later. So I fucking do the surgery, okay? Because she's like, you're going to have cancer if you don't in a year. That was a lie, but fine. Oh, no, you just make 30 grand from this surgery, but sure. Okay. So I get in the operating room. I've had a lot of surgeries in my life. I was very sick as a kid. So I'm a seasoned surgery person. The anesthesia, I know it well. I mean, I had my first surgery I had when I was like 4 or 5. Big deal. So during the surgery, my soul, God, decided to break on through my heart chakra. Remember, To spiritually awaken and to really, really awaken to your soul so you can live from it in your body, your heart has to blast wide open, AKA all the walls around your heart from all your trauma have to get blasted away. That's not a fun process and it can take years sometimes. And if the more we resist it, the longer it takes and the more harder shit we have to go through because our soul keeps trying to break through, but our ego is running the show because our inner child's wounded. You see? Our soul's like, hello, I'm in here doing this all for you. Okay. So during the surgery, the anesthesiologist claims she saw my heart rate drop to 29. And she pulled the plug because, of course, they do, because they're afraid of malpractice lawsuits because they make the most money and they can get sued the fastest. So I don't sue people. Karma will handle shit. I don't sue people. You should see the people I could have sued in my career, the harassment I've dealt with, the illegal shit. I ain't gonna sue them. Divine's got it. Moving on. So heart rate drops, anesthesiologist, woo! Thank God somehow the doctor finished the procedure in time. That's all the divine. It's all spiritual. So I wake up in the operating room. You're not supposed to wake up in the operating room. I am such a badass soul, yo. When I reflect on this, I'm like, damn, you are badass, Lo. So I wake up in the operating room and I look at her and you're very groggy. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at this. I don't know how I made it through it. I look up at this chick. I'm like, what the hell am I doing awake in here? She goes, Laura, that's okay. We're just going to wheel you out. Blah, blah, blah. She didn't want to panic me, right? Meanwhile, my doctor, who's in there as well, is looking at me like, you're going to be fine. You're fine. I'm like, what the hell's the matter? Why are you wheeling me out of here? Why'd you pull? I was under anesthesia for 12 minutes. Well, this is a long story, but basically the bullet points are this. Ready? Remember, I'm in my main awakening period. I mean, I'm still awakening, but I know what's going on but I'm still awakening and my human is still afraid and not sure. And I was deathly afraid. Health stuff is, that's when you really clock in. So I get pulled into this recovery room and the anesthesiologist proceeds to say, your heart rate dropped. And nobody saw it but her. It's God. Okay. It's God. She was meant to see it to activate me to heal my heart. That's it. It's that simple. I'll never forget. She calls the cardiologist in. He has to, it's like a code red in the hospital, right? That's how they work because they're under so much compliance. And good for them. They did take care of me and they cared and they're also afraid of getting sued. So it's both and like everything is, but I was grateful for the care I received, especially from the nurses that do most of the work. Nurses do all the work, just so you know. Shout out to nurses. I have 4 nurses in my family and they work fucking hard. Moving on. So this like medicine, what I call her a medicine woman because I could tell because you just know when people are gifted and she wheels in. She has the EKG machine because of course they got to now take all these EKGs of my heart and what's going on, right? Because if the anesthesiologist dripped even a millimeter more of that anesthesia and it made my heart get fucked up, she's fucked, right? That's how it works. So the EKG, the woman comes in. She plugs me in and I can tell she's like a medicine woman. I can tell she's like got it. Her soul's old and she's got like gifts and they're all panicking in the hallway. The cardiologist is rushed up and he's like, what's the matter? The cardiologist, God love him, was very calm and grounded. The anesthesiologist was not. God love her, but she wasn't. And so she was very panicked. And my doctor was also like, you're going to be fine. She was calm too, but so the medicine woman comes in, I'm calling her. She plugs me into the EKG and she goes, look, your heart's fine. She goes, this is an activation for you. I was like, I have a feeling it is too. She like knew what we were. Anyway, so, that kicked off massive, hard things for me because I had to do all the human stuff. I had to do all the heart. Oh boy. I had to do every single test on your heart with a cardiologist for months after. Stress tests, you know how stressful that is? They make you go on a stair stepper, get your heart rate up to like 140, and then you have to get on the table and they have to get the thing in there and like take your heart rate, and you're so afraid. First of all, I was panicked that I had a heart condition. What I learned was I have a lower heart rate. How funny is that? I'm in like this huge body and I have all this like excess weight and I have a low heart rate the way athletes have it. How funny is that shit? Oh, the low heart rate's fine. My body's actually quite efficient no matter how much weight I have. Moving on. So we were fine, but it was not easy. Meanwhile, I was guided through that, I was guided to forgive all the people that broke my heart. I wrote my first forgiveness letter. I forgave said person, and then I synchronistically ran into said person. I will not get into who. And that kicked off quite a full-blown awakening for me of, oh, this is all real, divine. And the divine said, forgiveness works, by the way. Forgive those people that hurt you. You will make more money and you will call in the love of your life and you will heal finally. Moving on. Okay, that was just the first half of 2021. H2 2021. The real hardship began. I thought that was enough. Oh, no. By the way, throughout this whole period of pain and awakening, I awakened to poetry. I'm a really good poet. And so I wrote a lot of poetry during this time. It was one of the things that helped me. So, there was heartbreak through unexpected change around my twin flame journey. And that summer, I navigated immense sorrow while answering the call to finally launch my podcast. And I hosted my first abundance activation event. I also ended that year accepting that I'm a twin flame and the truth around that. And I chose to go forward despite immense pain of 3D events. This is no shade to my twin flame, by the way. We're both on this journey together and we've both hurt each other. Moving on. So, it's fine. Nobody's better or worse. That's another thing. Oh, side note. Stop being in competition with your twin flame. That's you in another body. You're supposed to be partnering together in life and helping each other. Okay. So let's all grow up. Let's grow up. Okay. Let's remember how old we are at a soul level. Let's choose to heal and let's stop. Yeah. They're saying, stop blaming your twin. You're one. Oh God. Okay. Number 7. We're almost to the end of my lessons. 509. Cool. 2022. Oh boy. Oh, let me just keep going on this. My 6th and 7th Dark Night of the Soul happened in 2022. Okay. But it was a beautiful year at the same time, both and dark and light. Year that awakened my divine spark and activated my psychic gifts times 100. I remembered more of my soul's origin, age, and deep connection to God. I had the most profound experiences during the Lionsgate 2022 in August. I was in the Outer Banks, North Carolina, in Duck, a community there, with my little cousin Levi, who's a big representation of my path. He's a very important soul contract of mine. And I had this beautiful miracle with Levi where we found this golden duck that has now become my little spirit guide that I have. It's in the other room. I should have brought him in here. And his name is Destiny. Levi named him that. Levi was 9 years old at the time, my little cousin, and he is super connected to God. And he said to me, once we found this duck, which we had seen in our third eye, because he's super gifted too, we were shown, Levi and I were like, we're going to find a golden duck. Next day we find one in this place called the Love Shack. And Levi, we're in the pool after we found the golden duck and we have it. We bought it, obviously. And Levi, I go, Levi, what's the name of the duck? And he goes, Destiny. I left San Diego this year. I put all my stuff in storage. I traveled. I came home to Rome, where I'm from, upstate New York. An angel visited me, telling me about my destiny and telling me more about my twin flame journey. 11/11, I made the call. Rejection. Went home again to Rome. 2023. Oh, another insane year. Okay. 8th Dark Night of the Soul. Just every year has been a Dark Night of the Soul. 2023, from abundance to scarcity. Uh-oh, Lauren went backwards? Is that what happened? Oh no, the human thinks that, but the soul knows it's all in divine timing, bae. From love and joy and light to despair, heartbreak and darkness. Whoops. Psychic gifts activated 100 times more. Rebirth party activation in May 2023. Then I was manipulated by a unhealed mentor of mine who was triggered by my power. Whoops. I took 3 leaps of faith that year in my business that cost me $120,000 and lost all my money. Whoops. The truth was revealed to me, massive tower moment in July 2023 that led to next level heartbreak, the hardest. Is that the hardest dark night of the soul? No, I've had worse since then. My first really hard dark night. Oof. Suicidal thoughts kicked off then. I was like, I think I want to be done, Divine. Divine said, the fuck, you ain't going anywhere. Oh, you have those thoughts. Oh, you let those dark frequencies rise on through you. You ain't going nowhere. You try, I'll stop it. That's how my relationship is with the divine. I have no choice but to be here. My soul's like, you contracted, you stay in here. Because I know there's a massive cosmos with other planets that are in oneness, yo. Earth needs to come back into oneness. And I'm one of the Jedi to help do that. So are you if you're watching. Best believe. Okay. Well, I was living in San Diego with a friend of a friend, and I was like, do I leave? Do I stay? And I chose to stay amidst the dark night and a massive tower. Oh, God. Oh, God. So brutal. I chose to have a new beginning in San Diego. I manifested a new apartment that was beautiful by the ocean, one hop, skip, and a jump away from the ocean. And my angels, my cats, who are also guardians and souls, I know, Simba and Nala, found me. They saved me that year. They have saved me since. They're the reason I didn't go through with it. The cats saved me. The divine sent them to me. 2024. Oh, boy. 9th dark night of the soul. Year of divine truth and letting go anyway. Whoops. Psychic gifts activated 100 times more, falling into deep depression, getting laid off. Oh, because let me go back a step. 2023, after massive tower, lost all that money, twin flame tower moment, I decided to go back and get a job. I was like, fuck this path. Bye. Well, I got a job and then got laid off 2 months later because, of course, they hated me because, of course, I can't work for people. Hello. When you're a visionary, you can't work for anybody. You got to be the one that's leading the company. Moving on. So that was brutal. Let's see. I got laid off. I was very much, my soul forced me. When you're here to teach abundance, you have to go through massive lack and scarcity. You have to literally have your bank account go to zero. Just so you guys know, I know what it's like to have $0. Do you? Do any of the coaches you're paying to teach you about abundance, do they know what it's like to have $0? Guarantee not. And if they do, kudos. If they don't, look the fuck out. Snake in the garden, yo. Faith in God and abundance. It was my year. Last year was a year where I was really pushed to have faith in God and that God delivers the money we need. And I was calling in enough using my spiritual gifts. But I was also locked into a lease that was $3,500 that I could not get out of unless I paid $12,000, which I don't have. And no, I'm not asking my parents for that, and they don't even have it. So, well, I had to cash in all of my retirement. It wasn't that much. It was like $100,000. So I had a little bit of retirement from my corporate jobs, which I had already been done with for 4 years. So I used that money, and yeah, the government took most of it. So I had to do all that. I just told you guys my deepest shit. I want you to understand how transparent I am because I don't care. I'm not attached to any of this. This is all extremely temporary. And I almost died. I was ready to be out of here. So I don't give a fuck that I have $0. Moving on. Money ain't shit, yo. It ain't shit. If you're unhealed, if you're broken inside, remember that. More truths were revealed to me. Oh, God. Okay, hang on. Where am I here? Yeah. Okay, so massive truths were revealed to me about something I won't share. And I was devastated at what was really happening under the surface and what was to come because I was shown what was to come in the future for somebody I love. And I also had to break a lot of curses and spells from 70 lifetimes And so I did a lot of that work last year by the ocean. And then I had a massive death period, spiritual death, not a physical death, but I went through a massive death, another tower moment in October 2024. And then I left San Diego for good, abruptly, overnight. It was like November 2nd. I was like, I'm leaving. Bye. Called my mom. My mom came out, flew out, helped me pack up. I sold my car. I was out of San Diego by November 15th. My lease was up in October, so I could get out of the lease easily. I know what it's like to be trapped in shit. Okay. And to have no money to save you. Oh yeah. To be alone, to have nobody. Right. I had my family, but I was very much alone in this journey, and they were just doing what they could, which they couldn't do everything. Right. Okay. I've earned these stripes, yo. I'm actually happy I'm telling all this. This is great. I don't give a fuck. Okay. So now Lolo has zero money, massive dark night, extremely heartbroken, in despair and depression, and had to come home to her hometown, the place she's been running from her whole life. Whoops. Well, the divine saved me once again, because I got a corporate job in December 2020. I chose to leave my destiny behind. I told myself it's over. Divine sent me a job. I got in the job. It was the same salary I made in my highest salary in corporate America. It was $130,000. It's not that much money. I know it sounds like a lot. It's not. So I was going backwards. That's the punchline. Okay. But I was like, fuck it. Destiny's over. Never going back to San Diego. Done with all those people. Done with everything. Done with the twin journey. Definitely. Moving on. Peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. Well, let me just share. My soul had other plans. I love how this is what I laugh at when I look back. I look back at the journey. My soul is like watching me down here, rebelling, of course, being pissed, depression, sadness, the dark nights, which I'm contracted to go through like all of us, right? Meanwhile, God and my soul and higher spirit team, even my twin's higher self, which is up there and he guides me. Everybody's up there like, yep, let her have her time for a minute and then we'll bring her back on the path when it's time. Let her go and have her dark night. She needs to anyway. She needs to heal. She has more healing to do because, of course, I did. Let her go. We'll pull her back on the destiny path when the time's right, because other shit has to unfold anyway in the 3D world with the other people involved. So fine. So 2025, Lolo kicks off the year working for this company. We're back to working 10 to 12-hour days. I have meetings from 9 to 5:30 again, okay? 130,000 meetings from 9 to 5:30. I made 300,000 my first year in my consulting business on my own in 2021 through all that dark shit I already shared, working 2 to 4 hours a day. So you can understand why I can't imagine doing that much work for corporate fucking America. I say that with love, but also with disdain. Moving on. So joke was on me, but I was like, I'm comfortable in that environment. I can work like a absolute dog. Okay. But if I'm going to work like a dog, it's going to be for the divine, not for these people that are greedy as fuck and that are basic as fuck. I say that with love, but they're not my people. Okay. So, but I'm over here like, you know what? I figured it out. I'm going to come, maybe my life's coming full circle. Maybe I'm meant to work for a company. I told everybody earlier this year, maybe I'm meant to be a welder. Fuck this path. Right. So, yeah, thank you. I'm so happy that you relate to this, Abby. Woof, zero in the bank account. That'll call you up into your spiritual awakening. Yo, when you lose everything, you awaken spiritually. Because you remember you're a soul in a temporary body and all this material shit is a nice to have here. Your soul came to advance its soul, okay? And that your partner is God first, and your soul, and your twin if you're a twin flame. But if you're not a twin flame, your partner is God and your soul that powers that body. And the money and the house and the clothes and the boats and the friends and the family, if they don't come correct, they're not for you. Okay? This is how you get once you've earned enough wisdom. You get like this because you see how ridiculous all this material shit is. Unless you are in alignment, unless you actually have love in your heart and you have the people around you that you love. Otherwise, what are we working for here? Oh, I hate being right. I feel like Ace Ventura when he's like, I hate being right. I love that movie, by the way. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Jim Carrey. So he's definitely a light warrior, and he has spoken a lot of truth that people don't like. Moving on, 2025, reuniting with the snake and finally choosing my destiny. So this year was year of the snake. Nobody knows the snake more than me. So 10th dark night of the soul, learning to vulnerably express online. Finally, my soul's like, finally, you're raw online like you are in real life. Finally, you're unleashed, right? And 2026, I'm about to be really unleashed. So everybody just buckle up. Okay, so here's the timeline of this year, which felt like 10 years. January to March, corporate job, plugging away, working, 9 to 10 hour days. I write here for same salary I made in final corporate job in 2020. Feeling it's not quite right, but human, fear, comfort, money, stay anyway. I love how I wrote this. Divine miracle in late February, re-destiny, stirs the call in me again, begin getting pummeled with signs. Start activating deep self-love and reverence for me, finally. Setting boundaries with others at work. Sharing my voice online like never before. Divine destiny comes back with a force like never before. Divine surrounds me in the kitchen, March 28th, 2025, and holds out 2 life paths, the fated life path, the lower path, the easy one for me, and then the destiny path, the highest divine destiny, the hardest, and for the world. And guess what your girl did? You probably already guessed. I chose with my free will my highest, hardest divine destiny for the world. My life starts to drastically recalibrate, signs upon signs. I launch Mic Drop Sundrip, the rebrand, and my YouTube show. Grid work on Wall Street, New York Stock Exchange shows me power I hold like never before. Corporate job lays me off abruptly and disrespectfully on May 6th, 2025. Next day, I fly to a pre-planned San Diego trip, guided to heal relationship with San Diego, to receive divine destiny. Leave San Diego and make peace with it, and remember the love I have in my heart for the place that changed my life and holds my destiny. Come back home. Bank account goes to zero in July. Continue applying for jobs. Oh, I was continuing to apply for jobs after I was laid off. Hundreds of jobs I applied for. Just for shits and giggles. My soul's like, oh yeah, keep going. We're not going to let you get another job. I'm sorry to laugh. So keep going. Keep applying. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. This is my soul laughing at my human. Nothing comes. I get a couple interviews, but there was a drought. Meanwhile, I go back in the House of Low. I manifest $10,000 in a week helping people with spiritual mentorship. Okay, so if it wasn't clear, it's now clear. The divine's like, is it clear now? I was like, I guess. So June, July, August was my darkest night of the soul thus far. Even though it wasn't even the hardest stuff I've gone through, it just felt the darkest this year because it was year of the snake. It was a 9, and there was so much ending and purging out of me. I started in the summer to doubt my divine destiny, even after the massive events of this year. I reached the pit of darkness in late June, early July. The suicidal thoughts kicked off again. I think it's over and that I'm insane. I know I'm not insane, but I think I am, because when you're in dark nights, you do think you're insane. And then you also get suicidal. There's all kinds of dark shit. You're in the darkness. It's part of it. Remember, our soul comes here to experience darkness and contrast from what it is in the higher realms. It's part of it. Normalize it. I don't like that it's like that for us, but it's how you learn the hardest shit. If you want to be if you want to have an advanced path, and if you want to earn, the abundance that you are calling in your life, you've got to earn your spiritual stripes first. Like, I'm going to get into that in a second because there's codes for next year. I have 10 codes to share for next year. I knew this was going to be an event. It's like a spectacular, this YouTube live. Okay. Oh, okay. So October, I start to come out of the dark night. Oh boy. I start getting signs again, re-destiny. One day in late October, I was guided to go to the library, my favorite place on earth. I walk in and find a book that holds the truth of one of my most important past lives that I was already aware of, that was revealed to me in the fall of 2022. And I opened the book to the page that held the divine truth I already knew about. And it was just triple confirming. I'm like in the stacks in the library bawling. The librarians are like, is this a homeless person in here? So the reveal was absolutely related to my highest divine destiny in this lifetime, and it relates to my twin flame. Okay. So my heart cracks open. Undeniable signs flow in all day, every day. November 1st to the 11th, more truths were revealed to me. Future visions I had already received in years prior were confirmed to be happening in the 3D world. In a sacred bath, in one of my baths I do, the divine came to me and asked me, do you still choose your highest divine destiny? And through tears, massive tears, I whispered, yes. And here we are on the path to it. And finally, December has been a portal. Okay. So I ended 40 lifetimes of disempowerment my soul had through my career this month. 12/12, I was guided to do a very inspired divine action that confirmed my divine destiny to me like never before through a sign and a miracle. 12/13, God revealed to me the actual origin of my soul, and I was shook. I can't even believe, it's unbelievable, the origin of my soul and who I am at a soul level. And then I was shown I'm finally ready for my divine destiny. 12/14, my 37th birthday, I was shown a message that said, in God we trust, through a dollar bill. And massive miracles happened that day, but it's all about trust in God. That's what I was shown. Like, this is it from here on out. You just got to trust God and nothing else. Of course, trust the people you're here to be with. Yes, but through trusting God, you will trust them more, because we're the most skeptical of our fellow humans, right? But we can't be that way in life, guys. We can't walk through life skeptical of everybody. We're not going to complete our mission, and we're going to have to come back, okay? And Earth is going to implode if we don't clock in on these missions. So trust is real. It's the highest thing we have to figure out here. Self-trust, trust in God, trust in our soul family, trust in our life partner, trust in, community and the business partners we're here to have. We've got to figure that out. And that's a unique journey for everybody. But ultimately, please go into 2026 trusting more. Drop the walls. Drop the armor. The war is over. I'm channeling, okay? Oh, and the rest I won't share. Okay, that was long, okay? All right, now, we've been through it, y'all. I hope that me sharing all that makes people just respect me more and understand how genuine I am, but I can't control what people do, so whatever. So, okay, what's next here? They want me to pull cards first, and then I'm going to channel the 10 codes. Oh, I've already gotten like lightly what the codes are for next year, but they wanted me to do it live. And I'm actually going to write it on the sticky notes live with you as I'm channeling it. But I already have received a few of them. They're so potent, these codes. I'm so excited to share them. And I think a lot of what I share, my hope is that everything I share and channel, some of it I know and most of it I don't yet. It's going to come through shortly. I hope that it's nothing you're shocked at for next year, right? We know it's the fire horse here. It's a 1. It's massive new beginnings. We have to understand how massive next year is. And I think the more we go into next year with an open mind, a beginner's mind, and a clean slate, energetically, spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, the better off we're going to be to receive like the surprises the divine has for us, your soul has for you next year. Because everyone's going to be like surprised next year with how good it gets. That's what they've shown me. So the cards I already pulled from this deck for us prior. Dreamgate Oracle, obsessed with this deck. The cards I pulled, there's like a lot of them. Nostalgic Release, Healing the Past, Relationships, Sensory Memories. You are a gift. Visionary, step into your light. Okay. Inner Magic, Your vibration is rising. Power, increased energy. Best believe with the fire horse, yo. Ancient muse. Ooh, turn on. Soul truths, higher self, deep inspiration. Okay. Akashic flow, tapping in, ancient library, awakening. Go to the library, let the divine bring you the books you need. Woo woo! Cynthia, your story is the key to your abundance. You know that. So share, share, share. We love it. Love your soul and love your human. Oh, I love you, Cynthia. Your soul just told me that and channeled that for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for saying that. My story is the key to my abundance, just like it's the key to yours. Oh, I'm shook by that. I love your channel. Thank you. Thank you to your soul for reminding me of that. And I'm so happy to share it. And thank you for watching and receiving it because it is insane. I love you. Well, that just touched me deeply. Thank you. You've supported me more than most. So thank you. I'll never forget that. Animal kin. There's 2 white wolves on here with this divine feminine and an owl. Sweet familiars, messengers, companions. The animal spirits are not to be slept on, y'all. Believing is seeing. Oh, with a horse on it. Shocker. Imagination, beyond the veil, inner child, baby. Okay. Yummy. I will post some kind of video, or YouTube does post now. Love it. P.S. Shout out to YouTube. Google, YouTube. I know you guys ain't perfect, but let me just share with you. Google, YouTube. I'm really proud of you guys for staying in the light as best you could amidst greed and Wall Street and all that shit. Y'all have stayed in the light. Y'all have clocked in. Y'all have made these platforms decently well for your users. You have not, made it so manipulative. I like these platforms. I like Google. I like Gmail. I'm about to get the Pixel. I'm so sick of Apple. I like you, Google. I like you, YouTube. I'm going to be on YouTube way more than Instagram. So I hope everybody's excited. And I suggest all light workers come to YouTube because they are rewarding all voices equally. YouTube is a very democratic platform. Instagram and Meta, not. TikTok, they're more democratic than Facebook and Instagram. But best believe, Facebook and Instagram ain't democratic. They're dictator life. Okay, moving on. I'll be sharing more of my intel on these companies. I know all about them. I worked in corporate America in media for 17 years, yo. I know it. And I'm going to tell y'all how to protect yourselves from these companies. The greed. Moving on, back to the love and light. Green and gold plant and ancestral plant spirit deck. You guys know this is an oldie but goodie. Not that old, actually. This came to me in this year from San Diego when I was visiting in May during my dark night. What are the cards for 2026? Yo, you're the fire horse for my community here. Everybody that's here, what are the cards for everybody here? What are the cards, universe? Moss, cool. Malagueta, mango, all M's, cool. Gourd rice. Okay, I'm going to read these because they're very short. So we got... I'm going to show the card and read it at the same time. That's an organized way to do it. Rice, Africa, Asia, root, moon, the water-gazing diviner. Okay. I am the seed of civilizations. My memory is a cleansing balm, gentle, clear enough to see through. Honor the seeds of rivers and oceans, and plant seeds for the coming future. Oh, chills. Trust that what you choose to carry forward from this present moment will persist. Okay, ready? Choose carefully and thoughtfully tonight in these final hours of this 10-year cycle, what you're willing and ready and open to still carrying into 2026. The lighter your load, the more you can receive next year. So I would lighten your load. Obviously, some things have to come with you, but make sure you're carrying only what you want to persist next year. Mic drop. Gourd. Africa, Asia, root, Milky Way, the keeper of star lore. I am the starry medicine bowl. I carry many manifestations of life and spirit within me. Oh my God. Stop giving me all the chills. I find eternal peace in honoring my responsibility to share the knowledge of our sacred origins. By playing my part in the symphony, many generations will hear the note. Willfully surrender your heart to live amongst the magic that surrounds you. Oh my God. Okay, that's very moving. Next card is Mango. Asia Bloom Sun, the famed performer. I am the juice of the sun. Ooh. My joy is the will that brings my life's dreams into being. My chest drips with honey that delights the earth in pure celebration. In my authentic living lies nourishment for the harvest of the fields of many. Yummy. That's a turn on. Okay. Malagueta? I'm gonna pray to God that's right, but I don't know if it is. Central and South America, leaf, Mars, the father of the hearth. I protect our earth home. I move hot and fast into action. Ooh. All right. Slow down. Sorry. The ethereal plane. The ethereal plane is where I reach out to get within the cracks of any foundation. With haste energies, shift and realign. Movement is an honorable state that serves the renewal of life. Oh, I love that. And that's why this fire horse energy, it's going to be moving fast, right? But it's like, that's what serves the renewal. Next year is renewal, replenishment, 111 on the timer. Renewal, replenishment, recovery, regeneration, restoration. It's yummy. It's yummy. Last card, Moss. I like this card. Global, Root, Earth, the enchanting elder, the grandmothers and grandfathers. I am a bridge between worlds. My leaves are but pages from the ancient book of source wisdom. Oh, hello, source. I am connected to everything around me through mutual fibers of trust and care. This love that is deep, transcending, and ever growing is the expression of all the love I've been shown. Love that. Amy chills. I'm super happy you have chills. Who's next up here, yo? Guys, let me know when you want me to start sharing the codes. I guess I'm supposed to pull all these cards. Do all these people have the time? Don't they got New Year's plans? Oh, well, it's not that. It's still early. We're not going out till 9:30. I'm actually going out tonight. I always regret it. But I think it'll be fun. It's just with family and our friends own this beautiful restaurant, and we're going to hang out there after they close and get all rowdy. It's so fun. I'm drinking in this new year, yo. Letting loose a little. I got to unwind. Gateway of light, divine source. What are the messages for me and the collective here for our highest good as we enter in year of the fire horse? Okay. Beautiful. Is there any more divine? Is there any more divine? Is there any more? Yo, why? Every time on the other Instagram live I did, literally pulled the same card. Everybody's third eye's awakening, yo. Your psychic gifts, if they haven't awakened, you gonna awaken that third eye, yo. You gonna see the truth, okay? What? One more. Keep it simple. Oh my God. Okay. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm being dramatic, but my body is shaking right now. And like the chills I have are overwhelming. I'm trying really, really hard to stay centered. These are beautiful cards. And these are like directly from the divine. So I want you to understand. Oh, Gateway of Light. One of my favorite decks, very, very spiritual. Kyle Gray of the Light. This deck is so activating, guys. Please, please, please get this deck. It's very affordable. Ancestral realm, karmic release. We're done with the karma. This year ends a 10-year karmic brutal cycle, and it's over. Healing the lineage, boundaries, yo. I pulled this again for my community on Instagram Live 2 weeks ago. So it's real. Third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. And last but not least, my absolute favorite, Archangel Michael energy, yo. Sword of light, divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy, eh? Okay. I'm loving this vibe. Animal power, one of my favorite decks. I love the animals. They have so much wisdom for us. Okay. So how fun is this? We're having fun so far. I don't know. Maybe you're bored. It's okay. Maybe you're not. I doubt you're bored. You might just be like shook and need to take a break from me. That's fine. Get hydrated. I get it. Or if you can handle all this wildness, you're just as powerful. Cool. Cool. And I know all of you watching are just as powerful. So best believe I know that. Hang on. Bunch of cards dropped. Can't wait to have a real studio, not a makeshift one with a wobbly table. That's going to be fun. But we'll enjoy these scrappy times. I can do scrappy like nobody. I know scrappy and I also know bougie. Okay. Both and, 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 both and. One of the books I'll get around to writing maybe one day. I will write it. I will write it. I promise, Divine. I promise I'll write it. One more card, please. One more animal. One more animal. One more. Oh, there's one more. Oh, shit. Okay, Divine. I know what you're saying, Divine. I get it. Don't worry. The card that fell when I thought I was done pulling was Lion. Did I not explain how lions are important? Lion, embrace honesty and generosity. Yes, we know. I'm going to show them in the order they came out. Kangaroo, eliminate distraction, bays. We cannot be distracted. The dark energies want us distracted. You cannot be distracted to do your mission. Eliminate that shit. Anything that drives you mad and stressed and makes you want to hide, it's got to go. Koala, one of my faves. Let go. Duh. 12/31/25. Let this year go. Deer, one of my favorite spirits. Very gentle, unconditional love. Open your heart power, yo. Frog, tape the leap. Frogs represent fortune and abundance as well. Hygiene, clean up, get rid of shit. Take the leap. Take the leap. You're going to be caught. Leap off the mountain, dive into the ocean. You're going to be caught. The divine is going to catch you. Take the leap. Take it. This is for somebody watching. Whatever leap you're being guided to take that you've been shown for the last couple months, I know this is for somebody. Take it. Leap. It will pay off in real time. I'm hearing for you. Leap. Do it. Just do it. You know what to do. I feel like I know who I'm talking to. Y'all better chill out. Condor, receive messages from spirit. Okay. I like doing that. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I am. Oh, I make myself laugh because when you are alone your whole life, you have to learn how to entertain yourself. I haven't been alone 100%, but most of it. I have felt alone. As my twin flames higher self always tells me, you have felt alone, but you have never been alone. And he says it in an intense way. I'm like, okay. Wealthy Woman Oracle, aka Wealthy for all people watching. If you're a man or whatever you identify at, these cards are for you. But I do love this motherfucking deck. I recommend it. I love this woman, Taylor Eaton. She's of the light. She's teaching abundance the right way, the spiritual way, with God interwoven in all her shit. Work with her. You can trust her. She has a great journal as well that I bought. I'm always learning, y'all. I have a beginner's mind. It might look like I think I know everything. Best believe I don't. I may be one of the OG souls on earth, but best believe in this human form, I have to remember shit. So when you read, when you take classes, when you work with mentors, you remember more stuff, okay? You're just remembering. We're not really learning, we're remembering because we chose to forget to come back to earth to do a whole other lifetime of earth school. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Once again, it bears repeating because repetition helps. Okay, y'all, 3 cards from this deck, which is all about money and abundance. Oh, the Light Weaver. I'll read these because this needs explanation. Financial flow. Oh, we gonna love that. And then the Giver. Generosity. Duh. Generosity unlocks abundance. Okay, the Giver. Abundance through selflessness. What a surprise. Let me take a sip. Oh, wow, there's 5 people here? Cool. I thought I was alone. Oh, I knew there were some people in the chat, but. Yeah, before these festivities at 9:30 tonight, I'm going to need a nap after this. I'm going to need to get dressed up, put my makeup on. Well, I have some on, but redo it. But I'll need a nap. I don't even like naps, but lately I have to take them. Okay. The Giver delights in acts of selflessness. She's always ready to share the wealth she has in order to aid others. She never depletes herself, but always shares whatever excess she has, and never with the expectation for reciprocation. As she gives without hesitation, the more she receives. It's as though abundance is drawn to her the more that she shares. The Giver card asks you to give freely today. Look for opportunities to give to others, whether it's some of your time, money, energy, or love, and give with an unguarded heart. Prosperity wants to flow and desires to be used for good. The more that you can give without expectation or fear, the more will flow into your life. Nothing we don't know, but worth repeating. Love that. The Light Weaver, wealth multiplied, symbiotic growth. The Light Weaver has a unique gift. Whenever anyone else is around her, their wealth increases. And best of all, this gift costs her nothing. Her presence is her gift. The energy she radiates activates abundance in the people around her. She finds joy in spreading her abundant energy to others, helping them magnetize exponential abundance. And in return, she is rewarded with an increase in her own wealth. She knows that her path to abundance is one of assistance. Oh, I love this. By helping others to become more prosperous, prosperity finds its way to her. Sometimes from the people she helps directly, sometimes from others that are impacted indirectly by her gift. The Light Weaver asks you to look at what comes easily to you and offer it to others. Focus less on how you'll become prosperous and instead ask how you can help others become more prosperous. The more you help others find their abundance, the more your abundance will flow to you. Wowzers. Okay. Financial flow. Tune in. Oh, I love this card. Thank you for bringing everyone this card. This is a huge, huge abundance activation, this card. Please listen carefully to the following words. Financial flow. This is one of the principles of abundance, this card. I'm going to explain it because the way it's titled doesn't explain it. I want you to understand that your soul has unique abundance codes. I channel them. You can do sessions with me where I channel your soul's unique codes, okay? And that means that the way you attract money, abundance, resources, or opportunities is unique to you. That's what this card emphasizes. There are infinite ways that money can flow to you. It can come when it's expected, or it can come out of the blue. It can come through work or as a gift. Regardless of how money comes to you, you have a unique rhythm with it. Oh, I'm obsessed with this. Maybe money comes to you when you have a season of work followed by a season of rest. Or maybe money comes to you when you are immersed in work that you are passionate about each day. Perhaps money flows to you when you release all worry around it. Or maybe money flows to you when you spend time in gratitude for it each day. Start paying attention to when money comes into your life. Look for the patterns it follows, but be careful not to fall into the trap of believing that money only comes to you when you struggle or when you are stressed or exhausted. Money might be flowing in those circumstances because you feel confident in it, not because you are suffering. Once you identify your unique flow with money, start to intentionally leverage it to invite more and more money into your life. I'm going to just leave that there for y'all. And the guides just said, start to channel the codes. Okay, great. And then if we have time, we'll pull from these two decks at the end as a little cherry on top. If it's complete though, and the divine says you don't need to pull for everybody, the codes are enough, so be it. Here we go, y'all. I told you I'm a teacher. Soon I'll have whiteboards on these meetings and, all kinds of shit. I'm a teacher. Give me the chalkboard, give me the chalk, and let me take you to school. See how I already wrote it? 10 key codes. Whoops. Can you see? How does this work? 10 key codes for 2026 year. The blank page. Okay. So let me take a sip here. Oh boy. This is the most important part of this call. Whoever's here, call YouTube Live. Whoever's here, please pay attention to this next part, especially. 1 hour, 25 minutes. Cool. Great. YouTube Live is my new place. My new place to be. I really do the best when I'm live. I think we've all figured that out. Oh, okay. The guides are telling me shit to do. The divine's telling me, don't worry, we got our purity, doTERRA, duh. I'm going to purify. I'm going to do a reset because my human just had a field day with all the dark human shit it went through. And I do feel better sharing it. Yay. Clear my human shit so that I can channel the divine and my soul through this body for the betterment of everyone watching, so that everyone watching here and now live and to come in the replay have the most abundant, epic year of their life in 2026. Everyone here is done with the dark energy, divine. They're done with the suffering. They're done with the dark nights. They're done with the lack. They're done with the scarcity. They're done with the karmic relationships. They're done with the karma. Bye-bye. We did it. You're welcome, Mother Earth. Now we would like to receive the abundance that we know you have and that you promised us before we came here. Because when you are abundant, when you feel supported on this planet, when you are resourced, you can do your best work for your fellow humans. But if you're in lack, if you're in a karmic soulmate relationship, if you're being abused, if you're suffering, you ain't useful to nobody. That's for your soul's journey. Now a lot of us are stepping into purpose. We're stepping into helping people through the lessons we've learned. That's when you got to be resourced, yo. One more, Aura Soma, heart and throat. My life lesson is to speak from my heart, not my ego. Moving on. Activate my heart, throat connection. Now. Only bring through the key codes for 2026 year of the fire horse for the highest abundant timeline for everyone watching and everyone that will watch this, for 2026 to be their most epic, abundant year ever. I will only channel the divine source God, creator of the highest light, love, and truth. I will only channel the archangels, the angelic realm of the highest light, love, and truth. I will only channel Lauren Catherine Guerreri's higher self, oversoul of the highest light, love, and truth. These codes are to come through the purest divine source God's white light, through my crown, all the way to my root, to share publicly now, effective immediately. I'm ready to receive these codes for everyone here. That's how that shit works. Yum. I'm going to get Bloom as a sponsor. These are bomb and they're very good. They have very good things and nothing in them. Great. Total Sugars, goose egg. I feel so good now. Everybody, gang's all here. I mean, they've been here, but when you recall them in, it reactivates stuff. Remember, we're in human form. We need to redo shit all the time. Let me sit back for this. The divine said, okay. Wow, a lot's coming through. Okay, just give me a second. We're going to move these cards so we don't drop this computer and create absolute chaos, which is the last 10 years, not the coming year. I mean, the shadow of the fire horse is chaos, but we going to be fine, y'all. Y'all got it? You an ancient soul. You got this shit. Remember, I am a big believer, and I'm going to have a lot of events next year, virtual and hopefully physical again, where I teach people how to amplify their abundance manifestations through sharing them with people and having other people hold them in that and pour blessings onto them. House of Low is creating $1 million next year. Okay. Now, to be clear, I will be super happy with 300,000. I'll be happy with 200. I am stretching myself. I am only doing and making $1 million moves next year. And then we'll see what the divine delivers. So pour your blessings onto House of Low, because if House of Low makes 1 million, best believe that 1 million is going to triple into God knows how many millions. And then I can really start having an impact on this planet, in the government, in the private sector, in corporate America, globally. Okay. So appreciate your blessing on that. And I hope you make 1 million too. And if you've already made 1 million, kudos. Let's make 2. All right. 10 key codes for 2026, year of the fire horse. I surrender to how these come through, and the words, the key codes are going to be phrased and worded in a way that the divine, they're coded. So remember, when you hear these codes, you're being activated with the code, and then I'll share what they are and you can see what they are and all that. How many pages I got on this? Okay, we got enough. What am I using? Rose red. All right. I just listen. I do my best to listen. I'm not the greatest, but I do my best. I'm just trying so hard not to drop everything and create chaos. Okay, cool. I'm doing well, right, guys? I'm going slow, as slow as I can go, which is not that slow, but as slow as I can go. Drop in the first key code, divine. 2026, year of the fire horse, highest abundant timeline for all. What is it? Boy, you don't disappoint, yo. The divine source doesn't disappoint. How could the divine disappoint? Say it again, divine. Okay. Got it. I'm going to show you guys. It might be backwards on here, so of course I'll say it 17 times. Okay. Wow, this is fantastic. And what a great way for me to channel this. Hello, sticky notes. Post-its. You want to sponsor Mic Drop Sundrip? You got the money, yo. Oh my God, it's not mirrored. Yay! Sorry, Simba. Abundance flows where grounding goes, yo. You might ask, the fuck does that mean? Well, let me just share a couple little tidbits for you. Divine Source God says, more money, resources, opportunities, and more people that are of the highest divine alignment for your life path that will bring you the money and resources and opportunities that you desire and need for your mission to complete it. That abundance is going to flow to you when you're the most grounded. Duh. But not really, because we talk about grounding, including your girl here, but we don't really do it. Okay. The divine would like everybody to meditate on what grounding means for them. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that grounding is one way. It's unique to every soul, right? It depends on your astrology, you're the elements, what you're made up of, right? I'm fire, water, and earth. So my grounding is very different than somebody that's all water or all earth or all air or all fire or a different mix, right? That's astrology. I'm a life path 7. I'm here to be the bridge between the worlds. I'm an oracle, right? My grounding is very different than somebody else. So that's why everybody teaching these general statements, it's wrong. It needs to be customized to every unique soul. We're all one, but we're unique soul fractals of the one, of the creator. So why would everything we're here to do not be unique? You know what I mean? So pro tip, the divine wants you to meditate tomorrow if you can. Carve out 30 minutes, call in your soul and God, and talk to your soul about how it recommends for you to ground. You, not your friend telling you to ground, go to the ocean. The ocean might not be good for you to ground. You might need the mountain. Okay? So next year is sovereignty, bae. It's fire horse. It's you are a unique soul and you are here to figure out what works for you and what works for your friends and your husband and your partner and your mom and your dad and your kids may not work for you. Got it? Next code. Now we're getting concise and succinct. Abundance flows where grounding goes, yo. I love that this is mirrored so you can see the words right. Good job, YouTube. 5-star review, YouTube. The glitch earlier was fine. That's okay. I'm not mad at you. 5 stars, YouTube. I'm coming on here. You're getting all my shit more. Done with Instagram Live. I'll go on there, but rarely. Find me here. Catch me on YouTube Live, yo. The podcast is about to be recorded live, except when I do guests. Cool. Moving on. Or maybe I can do a guest. Oh, side note. We'll figure that out. Okay, Divine, I'm ready for the next key code for the year of the fire horse. Please bring me the second of 10 key codes for everyone here and everyone that will watch this, their most abundant timeline, their highest abundant timeline. What's the next key code? I'm ready to receive it, Divine. Chills. I knew that was from this morning. Okay, thank you, Divine. Aw. Divine, don't make me cry. You're so wonderful. Aw. Divine is so loving, guys. Meh. Second key code. Pull back your data, reclaim your sovereignty, partner with Source God to create a life you love. Sorry. Pull back your data, reclaim your sovereignty, partner with Source God to create a life you love. Let's explain. Pull back your data. What the hell does that mean? Well, literally, stop sharing your data with these companies because they're greedy as fuck and they're using it to control people and they're acquiring more and more power the more data they have on everybody, which they already have way too much. Side note. Second, pulling back your data is a code the divine is sharing in that language around pulling back your energy from all that doesn't serve you. Okay. Your soul is coded. So it is kind of like data. It's kind of like a coder, right? So your soul's coded. And so when you share anything with anybody, they're getting a piece of your data. They're getting a piece of your soul. And that's a beautiful thing, right? However, a lot of us have been oversharing with the wrong people, right? We've been trusting the wrong people. That's fine. It was all destined. Some of it's karma, some of it's lessons. That's fine. But next year, we cannot afford that. We can't afford any mistakes next year in that way. So discernment is key, but it's not even just discernment. It's this pulling back to allow the divine to bring you more of it's creating space. It's like I'm pulling back my data. I'm pulling back my energy from what doesn't serve me and who doesn't serve me and my mission and highest destiny. I'm reclaiming my sovereignty in that pulling back energy. And I'm partnering with Source God, right, to create a life I love. Not thinking that I'm at the mercy of Wall Street and the government and corporate America or wherever you live globally. You're not at the mercy of any of those people, any of those systems or industries or organizations or ways of being, societal civilization setups. You partner with the divine, you work with the divine, and that's it. You will receive everything you desire and need. Okay. Next code. We're moving through these quick. Love it. Divine, I'm ready to receive the third key code for the highest abundant timeline for everyone watching and for everyone that will watch here and now for 2026. What is the third key code? Simple yet critical reminder. Remember Remember your power no matter what is going on around you. This is for the world stage, your family, your life, your business, whatever is happening around you. Your lesson, your code next year is to come back to your power, to not only come back to it, but to remember it in those moments. It's easy when life is going great and money is flowing and everybody's cooperating in your life and being their best selves. It's harder when shit hits the fan. It's harder when next year it's not going to be so much chaos in our personal lives. That's over. It's much more about the world stage shit. And it does cause dis-ease in our system because we're all sensitive empaths, oracles, psychics, right? So next year is about no matter what's going on around you, trust that there's a plan, trust the universe and the divine to take care of it, right? Because it's all happening. Mother Earth and the divine are working together, right? To alchemize everything happening. And everything happening is so the planet rises in consciousness, no matter how dark it looks initially. So our job, we're not going to be helpful if we give into that chaos, right? If we like say there's chaos on the world stage, which next year is going to be a lot of it. So just buckle your seatbelt, moving on, right? It's coming. It's been coming for years. It's already happening. They're saying like, it's just going to get more and more potent, dark shit. Corruption is being revealed, right? You can't, it's not in your best interest or the planet's best interest for the Jedis to fall prey to that darkness. We got to stay strong. You can have emotions, you have your release, you do your rituals, right? But we have to stay in our power because we're assisting Mother Earth in rising in consciousness. That's what it is to be a leader on this planet, to be a light warrior, to be a Jedi, right? So remember your power no matter what is going on around you. Mic drop. I'm ready for the, how many is that? 5, the 5th key code. Is that 5? Yeah. This is the 5th, right. Divine, I'm ready for the 5th key code. What? They're going to love how specific you got, Divine, because you know we love specifics. Okay. I'm going to say this and then I'm not saying anything else because what happens to you or and in your life at that time coming that the Divine just shared is going to be for you to receive and for it to be revealed to you. Divine, they about to see how powerful you are. Y'all about to see who the real God is next year, yo. I can't even, this is powerful. I don't even know what I'm saying as I'm writing this. I'm like, this is coming through. Can't wait to see what happens. Oh man, being psychic is fun, but not easy. This is the message, y'all. Buckle up for July next year. I'm sorry. I just don't often get, I'm probably going to start getting more specific information like this when I channel, but it makes me laugh because this is rare to come through, which means it's significant as fuck. So I'm hearing that what I heard initially was July is a very important month for you next year and all of the people watching and that will watch this. So it is for us, but then I'm also hearing secondarily, it's a big month for the year for the planet next year. Something big is going to happen in July globally, America. Buckle your seatbelt. I already told you guys, but positive things are going to happen next year for us in July, and it is positive. I'm smiling. The energy is very beautiful. So some people are going to get married, engaged. I'm hearing a lot of big cash injections are going to happen in July. Like big stuff July holds, which is interesting because July for the last 9 years has been a dark month mostly. July has been dark for a lot of us. It's a 7 month. It can be a very hard, a lot of spiritual truths, spiritual month, number 7, but it's a very lucky month too. And it can be a month where things manifest as well. So, July 2026 is a big month, they're saying. I'm ready for the 6th key code. I'm ready for the 6th key code for next year for the highest abundant timeline for everyone watching and everyone that will watch for 2026. Right. How could we forget, Divine? Believing is seeing. Duh. We walk by faith, not by sight. So all the people around you that are doubting your vision and all the things you already know you're here to do that haven't happened yet for their logical mind to understand and believe, fuck them. With love, but fuck them. You're not here to, side note, you and I are not here to confirm people's logical minds. They are on their own journey with the divine in this lifetime, and maybe they're not. And eventually in a lifetime, they're going to be on the spiritual path and they're going to shit their pants like the rest of us. I'm ready for the 8th key code for 2026, year the fire horse. For the most highest abundant timeline for me and everyone watching and everyone that will watch this YouTube live, yo. Divine's laughing. One of the most potent things that happened to me this year that was so funny and made me see and remember the wisdom and the humor of the divine, because the divine is a big kid, right? One time I was in the kitchen and on an Instagram live, I had ranted and in my channel had said, the divine ain't fucking around. And then the next morning I'm getting my coffee and all of a sudden my spirit guides came in and said, by the way, the divine loves when you say the divine ain't fucking around. That's when I knew, like, I told you guys, the divine created all the abilities we have. The divine gave us the ability to have sex. You think the divine's going to shame you for wanting to have sex? The fuck? The divine made everything. Any human, like the humans that came up with the word fuck, that came from the divine. Moving on. Is the divine all loving and wants us to be in the best energy and not hurt people? Yes. But let's just express organically and be who we are and again live from the highest intention. But we're here to live and have pleasure and joy and fun. That's what's kicking off next year. And that's going to be one of the biggest areas for us to like acclimate to is like, can it be this good? And the divine is saying, yes, learn that it's going to be better than you can imagine. Our growth is because we've been through so much hell. How do we acclimate to it going, the pendulum swinging all the way to the other side where it's like pure love and joy and magic and abundance? That's going to be our growth next year. Can we receive it? Capacity. Oh, here's the next code. Thank you. I knew it. I knew as I was saying it, it was the code. Ah! Okay, got it. 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 What? How do you want me to say that? Hello. Now I'm just hearing the divine. The guides are in the back seat. The divine's here. Oh my God, I love the way you phrase that. D. Okay. Oh my God, you guys are gonna just buckle your seatbelt for this code. This is like turning me on, divine. Just be gentle. Oh my God. So I can what? How do you want me to say that though? Which way? The divine's saying a bunch of stuff. Hang on. I want to get this right. How do you want me to say that, source? Seventh key code. Blast open your capacity to receive so I can grant all your heart's desires. There's nothing else to say. It's that simple. Blast open. The divine just said to you watching, blast open your capacity to receive so I can grant all your heart's desires. In human language, believe you're worthy of everything you desire because it's coming. The divine said, that's it. Let me just see how many I've done. I'm like blanking on what number I'm on here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. I'm not on the 7th. I knew I was like, of course, getting ahead of myself. Story of my life. Okay, the 7th key code, divine. We're ready. What's the 7th key code for the year of the Fire Horse 2026? For everyone watching, myself and everyone that will watch this YouTube live for their highest abundant timeline. I'm ready for the 7th key code. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Act as if your dreams are a reality because they already are. Now you can see the divine's talking. This is how the divine talks, not how a human talks. But you made us, so we can talk kind of like you, but not really like you. One more page, but what? I don't have enough paper. Okay, we'll just write the last 3 on here. I'll have to write smaller. Okay. I am ready for the 8th, number 8, powerful abundance number. Yes, Cynthia, I receive, baby. You know it. Please bring through, I have to say this every time, the divine's saying, okay, this is how you stay intentional and how you keep the channel pure. You keep repeating the same intention. So no little dark energy can, try to creep in, because best believe, picture this, right? This is what I can see in my third eye. Divine's here, right? Guides are here, higher self's here, my twins here, everybody's here spiritually. And there's all these dark energies. We're in like this glass room that cannot be broken, right? And it's this very sacred, protected container, this channel. And then all these dark energies, with love, I say this, they're all peering in, trying to get in, but they can't get in, but they can watch what we're doing, but they can't hear. So it's real. Welcome to Earth and the cosmos. Don't even get me into the galactic wars going on. Oh, okay. Please bring through, divine, the 8th key code for 2026 Year of the Fire Horse for everyone here watching, everyone that will watch this YouTube live, and myself for our highest abundant timeline. What is the 8th key code? Say it again. Didn't expect that one. Love you. Love you, Big D. Work with color frequencies to attract and receive more and to feel the best in your human vessel. So this is eating more colors in your plate for your food, wearing more color, working with things like, elixirs and potions and aura clearing and sprays, and working with water and different colors in water, painting, obviously all the art, anything art with color, painting, drawing, coloring. Adult coloring books are good for us, as well as anything artistic is next year. And it's actually how we're going to attract more of what we want. Yeah, color, energy healing, all that. Energy healing, visualizations when you're meditating, or doing energy healing on yourself. Visualize a color. You're not even trying. You just let your guides or your higher self drop in the color you need, right? I channel this all the time for people and for myself. Like what'll happen is, like yesterday I had a massive activation for myself, and then throughout it, and I was like forgetting that I was seeing green the whole time. And then there's messages around that, right? Green rules the heart chakra. It's one of the colors of the heart chakra. So I know, oh, there's heart healing happening, right? Or I can set an intention to do heart healing and then see what color is a big code of the divine. The divine works in color, right? It's like the grand painter is the divine, right? And so in our individual lives, especially for our health, Cynthia, this is good for you. Like, I'm sure you're not surprised. our health and vitality in our body, our glow, the divine's saying, our inner glow, our outer glow has so much to do with the colors we're working with and allowing into our field, into our light body, our auric field, our physical body, our mind. So like, it's an important thing. Okay. And we're going to let you just have your journey with that. You'll be guided, but wear more color, work with color, eat more colors, and let color guide you is what I'm hearing. Next. I only got a little more room, Divine, so if we can just help me out here. Divine's laughing. The Divine just keeps saying, I'm very proud of you for finally doing what I've been asking you to do. Took me long enough. Whoops. Okay, Divine, I'm ready. We are ready, should I say, then for the 9th key code of Year of the Fire Horse. For everyone here watching and everyone that will watch this YouTube live, including myself, for their highest abundant timeline for 2026. What is the 9th key code? Oh. Say more, please. What do you want to say about that? We don't judge what the divine says. Wow, unexpected. Okay, this is how I know the divine's talking, yo. What do you want to say about that? Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that. Okay. Music to my ears. 9th code, yo. Fish, 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 water, ocean, flow, rest, wade, cleanse. The divine doesn't want me to explain that. The divine wants you to interpret what that means for you, but I think we all know what that means. My recommendation, what I was initially hearing, is eat more fish. The fish are okay with us eating it. You can intentionally eat seafood, right? It's my favorite food. No, I'm a water being at my core. My soul's a water being, by the way. So I have all this fire in this lifetime to do the shit that I have to do, but I am water at my core. It's why I'm a Pisces moon, North Node. I'm here to master water and come home to water, which is who I really am at my core. So anyway, the fish hold a lot of codes for us. And even like owning fish as pets is a beautiful thing. Going to the ocean, going to aquariums. Remember, water tempers fire. So next year is a fiery year. So how to stay grounded? Water. Water is the grounding force next year. How powerful is that shit? Because normally water can be intense for us, emotions, right? All that. But next year, because of the fire horse and it's a fire year, water is about to be our best friend. Like you're going to love when you cry next year because it's going to help you replenish and regroup and reset from the fiery energy of the day to day. Great. Thanks, Divine. Love you. You're the best. Last key code, baby. Divine, please drop in the 10th key code for Year of the Fire Horse 2026. For everyone watching that will watch this YouTube live and for myself, our highest abundant timeline, what is the 10th and final for now key code that you would like to share with us? For everyone. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, our Divine's our biggest fan, yo. Blast off. It's your time. Blast off. It's your time. Another sticky note down. So, how you feeling? 3 people still here. Cool. Wow. Those were activations, those 10 codes. They weren't just written word. Notice how your body feels after hearing those codes. I'll share them later and in the description when I post this. Please, God, save this live. We'll do that in a second. How we feeling? Okay. Wow. Yep. And to round it out, the divine said, please pull from those cards, which fell on the ground. Oh, shit. Give me a moment here. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's all the way over there. And there's this song in my head called Running If You Call My Name. And it's just like playing and playing. There's this stupid ass big ring light that I was forced to get. These setups for creators and content creators ain't easy, yo. But we do it for the people and for our mission. I love these Bloom drinks. Sponsor me. Now my new thing I do all day is I find sponsors for the show. Now I'm cold calling, cold emailing. One of my greatest strengths. I'm a great salesperson, but I just do it consciously, of course. But I am good at that. Soul gift. Yeah, I know. They just said why. I have this energy, a lot of us do, that are here, especially the divine feminines. Yeah, they jumped across the room. Exactly. They fucking did. So inconvenient. Cynthia, don't they know? Stop inconveniencing me. Thank you, Amy, for still being here, by the way, and Cynthia, my girls. Okay. So one of the things that the divine feminines have that's a big part of our code and power is this energy of the word they use is alluring. So we're very alluring. What is that? Google alluring. Now, there's ways to think of alluring, ALLURING. There's ways to think of that or to be that in a manipulative way, which is what the wounded feminine does, right? But the divine feminine is alluring because her energy is so beautiful that people are drawn to her. It's another word for being magnetic, for being like people are curious about us. They want to know more. Even if we're super like triggering for them, they want to know more because we're just like we draw them in, right? So for me, because I know I have that gift and I'm telling all of y'all watching you have that gift, right? We can of course do great in business and selling and sharing and speaking and writing and whatever our gifts are in our career or business. But the key is to channel that alluring energy, knowing we just have it. We're not even trying. It's just part of our energy and how magnetic we are and powerful we are. How do we channel that for the betterment of all, right? So for example, when I'm on stages speaking to people coming soon, more and more, right? Part of what makes people listen to me is how I look. Part of what makes people listen to me is that mysterious quality they can feel that they don't know what it is about me, but there's something, right? And this is for a lot of us. There's this mystery to the divine feminine. The divine feminine is the great mystery, right? Because she's the most connected to the spiritual realm, which is where all the mystery lives. So, I think it's important for us to channel that energy in a loving, thoughtful way and to have reverence for ourselves and other divine feminines. That's part of our power, right? However, part of the growth with that is to channel it in the most loving way. So an example is like Mother Mary. Her energy is so beautiful, right? And she is alluring and very mysterious, but also queen, queen of the light, queen of love. It's like, how do we be in the tarot? How do you be Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles? How do you be all those archetypes of the queen, right? The mind, the body, the soul, the heart, the emotions. And that's how we can channel our alluring nature to call in and attract the clients we're here to serve or the audiences we're here to serve. But the vindictive way and the manipulative way that the wounded feminine uses that is luring people into her when she's unhealed and then manipulating people with money and her gifts because she's still, even the wounded feminine is still gifted no matter what, right? So when we're in an unhealed state, we use that energy. Oh, this makes me grow. want to throw up. We can use that energy to hurt people, and we're not doing that, right? So it's very important to understand that like your magnetism has everything to do with your mystery. Oh, mic drop. Never said that before in my life. Cool. The cards coming through for us are so powerful. Okay. Oh my God. Got it. 3 cards from Ancient Stones. Hag Stone, energy shield, protection, inner strength. We got to keep setting up daily protection, clearing our energy daily, right? Scrying, trust your visions, intuition, plant seeds. Keep leaning into your spiritual connection. Let the divine show you. Scrying is another word for divination. How are you letting the messages come through in a spiritual way? There's 1,000,001 ways that can happen. 3rd card, soul agreement, soul mission, soul plan, life purpose. That's 2026, baby. Here you go. You've been working for this for years. Next year's the beginning. So clock in and have fun. Great success. Great success. Oh, sorry. The deck was face up with one more card that I must share, I'm being told. What a beautiful card. Look at this water. Look at this rainbow. Look at these 2 people. Look at that. Take the leap. Here it is. Here it fucking is. The edge. Take a chance. Do something different, eh? Please don't do what you've been doing the last 10 years. This is a new 10-year cycle. Do it differently, yo. You learn the lessons. Now implement them. Moving on. Last deck, and then we out. Wow. Whoever has stayed this long, God bless your soul. If you can tolerate me for 2 hours and 10 minutes, kudos. Next year is the year where Lolo is going to embrace being too much. Of course I am. Of course we are too much. We're not of this world, yo, but we on it. That's why we're too much. Remember who you are, baby. Inner Temple, yo, what are the messages for 2026? You're the fire horse for my baby angels watching right now. What are the messages for us? Divine, divine, tell me, tell me, tell me. Ooh, duh. Ooh. No. What is it? What is it? What is it? Hang on. Sorry, I'm going too fast. Story of my life. Ready? 2 more. Oh, that's absolutely true. The divine would like me to read the pages of these cards, which is very short, the passages. So it's part of the messages of the divine. Is there one more? Okay. Divine, bring me the card that is for the highest and best for everybody for next year. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Right. Okay. Cool. Love that. Okay. This can be for both, right? Okay. First card, ancestral healing. Oh my God. My human's tired. Ancestral healing. Next year is the year where all the work we've been doing to clear the ancestral lineage and the lines is done, right? So now it's about when you step into your life path and purpose and your power like never before, you're healing the ancestral line like never before. What we've been doing the last 10 years has been the beginning. The real work is when you step out and do it differently than your ancestors did. That's how you break the cycles. That's next year. I'm going to read that in a second. Next card, Chamber of Innocence. Oh, this is about restoring your belief in and knowing in yourself that your soul is an innocent child of the Creator. When you see yourself through the innocence that you are innately, you will remember that you are not original sin, that you don't have original sin. Okay? Moving on. Prepare for my books that are going to talk about that. It's going to trigger everybody. I'll be getting in fights with the Vatican. That'll be fun. Chamber of Soul Gifts. We'll read these cards in a second. And then lastly, inner autumn. So inner autumn came out facing me, but then this card also has inner spring. The divine told me both are relevant. So the divine is saying spring next year is very important, and so is autumn. Okay. But this is also about right now. And as we enter the new year, we are having an inner autumn and an inner spring. So I'm going to read both. So give me a moment. We're going to start with the ancestral healing card. Actually, no, we're going to start with the chamber cards because those are the foundation, the divine is saying. So, Chamber of Innocence is the first card I'm going to read. Okay. Here we go. You're holy and whole. You might want to write that on like your bulletin board or something so you can look at it all the time. You are holy and whole. Thank you. You're innocent and innately good. You never got kicked out of the garden. And you know what garden I'm talking about. Okay. None of us did. You're wholly welcome here. If you feel as though you've done something wrong without knowing what it is, if you feel ashamed about hurting someone, or if you're finding it hard to be generous with yourself, it's time to release any shame, judgment, or bad feelings. Do what you need to do to let go and make amends, but don't forget that you're human. And as a human, you're here to learn and grow. And so is everyone else. Thank you, Amy. Mwah. Cheers, baby. Happy New Year, my love. To all of us stepping up and out, you know it, boo. You're a precious child of the earth, no matter your age. There's nothing wrong with you. There never was. Be gentle with yourself and in turn be gentle with others. The harder we are on ourselves, the harder we'll be on someone else. Yes. And the harder someone else is on others, the harder they are on themselves. 100%. This card comes with a message of tenderness, of gentleness, of self-forgiveness. Don't be so hard on yourself. Treat yourself like the innocent child that you are. It's impossible to get it right all the time. Don't you remember that you came here to grow? You have a right to be here and you don't need to prove your worth. You have goodness in you. You're an ever-changing work in progress. Grow and learn, but do it softly. When we know better, we can choose to do something new. This is what it means to be human. What does the innocent child within you want to know? What does the innocent child within you want to do? Lay down your sword. You've got nothing left to prove. Chamber of Soul Gifts. Your soul came into this world with gifts waiting patiently to be found. You'll know you've found a gift through how lit up you are when you do. Time expands and heaven and earth seem to meet. There's a gentle pull, an expansive feeling, a deep resounding yes. Sometimes our gifts are clear early on, and those around us celebrate their presence in the world. Other times we may discover them eventually, but lack the confidence to trust in them. This card beckons you to be passionately daring. It urges you to cherish the things that make you come alive and that you're most passionate about. To trust the things you're silently drawn to, and not just to do what you think you should, if this goes against what's true for you. When we embrace our gifts, we light up the world without even trying. When we follow our gifts, we become more alive and more present to life. Just like the flower, just like the tree, when we follow our gifts, we express our unique true nature and bless the world with our presence. What gift is patiently waiting for you to embrace it? What are you drawn to doing? Maybe it's something you're already aware of and celebrated for, or perhaps it's something that's emerging for you. This card is encouraging you on. It's giving you a supportive push to follow your secret passions and favorite pastimes and to be uniquely you. Next card, Ancestral Healing, because this is getting long. Okay. Office hours. I'm going to have office hours on YouTube Live. They're saying, okay, cool, I'll do that. Q&A. I'm going to channel for people. I love that idea. Dropping in. Amazing. Done. I'm hearing noise in here. What's the matter? Who's in here? I mean, a lot of spirits are here. I've called them all in. Oh, the divine's making the post-it note over there. It's moving. Cool. It's fine, divine. We're clocked in on those codes. Ancestral healing. During these times, so much is coming up for healing. We're discovering how hurt can be passed down from cell to cell through the generations. Our ancestors are the reason we're here, and without them, our soul wouldn't be in human form. From them, we may inherit many gifts, as well as patterns of conditioning and trauma that we long to be freed from. Many of these patterns are coming to the surface now in order to be processed and healed. Sometimes those who came before you weren't able to understand, let alone process, what has thus far gone unhealed. Sometimes it takes a courageous soul, woo, with an open heart, when the conditions are just right, to feel in order to heal, to process in order to free themselves. This card is an acknowledgement, a nod toward the work you're doing as a as a circuit breaker. I always say cycle breaker, but she's saying circuit breaker. That's cool. In your family system and in the collective. You're being acknowledged for the part you're playing in the healing of humanity through healing yourself and being with what is. You're being acknowledged for the part you play in healing your ancestral line and the collective too. Maybe you're in the midst of deep ancestral healing, or perhaps you're finding your way back to the surface, having journeyed to the depths of the line you came into. Oof. Try your best to honor the gifts of that line as well as the difficulties. In doing so, you not only set your ancestors free, but you galvanize that energy and transform it into strength and support. There's an affirmation here that you can repeat if you want. I honor my ancestors for the life that they gave me, and I set myself and them free. Heavens to Betsy, yo. Got it. Oh my God. Chills. Whew. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with this card. I've never pulled this. Inner spring, inner autumn. I'm going to read the card in the order it is in, but this is with the card. Inner autumn, inner spring. Okay. This is the final thing, and then we out, yo. Inner spring. New beginnings, planting seeds, getting ready to bloom, tending your dreams, upward energy, spiraling up, excitement, hope, potential, inspiration. Feels like there's so much potential here. Exciting. Inner autumn, letting go, wildness, realignment, courage, falling away, loosening your hold, harnessing your inner power, frustration, sacred rage, alchemy, taking your place, reaping what you've sown. Feels like a quiet power, time to make some changes. Nature is the greatest mystery school there is, and the greatest teacher within that mystery school has got to be the seasons. Just as the seasons around us change in our life, we can also experience inner seasons. Knowing which season you're in can help you to negotiate that period. And being able to embrace the season you're moving into can offer strong medicine and guidance that will help you navigate what lies ahead. Inner spring journaling prompts. What lights you up? What's your soul calling you to do? What's your heart's deepest prayer? If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? What's your secret dream? What do you want to experience next? How can you truly live? Inner autumn journaling prompts. What's falling away? What are you clinging on to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? If you weren't afraid of your power, what would you do? How are you being called to transmute your sacred rage into something productive? What a mic drop. That's telling me that's a key one. It's no coincidence. It's the final thing I'm reading. Next year is going to have both of these. It's going to be massive new beginnings, and then we're constantly going to come back to letting go. That never changes. That's forevermore in this lifetime and all lifetimes. So how are you setting new beginnings and calling in new? It's full moon, new moon energy, right? The new moon is setting intentions, calling in what you want, inner spring. The full moon is letting go, realignment, what's falling away. That's an ongoing, we're shedding and we're creating. It's birth, death, rebirth. It's a cycle. So the seasons have that, the cycles of Earth. We're heading into a 1 year. So next year is going to be massive new beginnings, but we'll always have to let go of stuff. That never changes, right? Okay, so I hope we had fun. 2 hours and 23 minutes. Okay. YouTube Live is my new favorite place to be. Wow. Real comfy here. Thank you, YouTube, for supporting me and Mic Drop Sundrip. Gratitude to YouTube. Now, what I need you to do, YouTube, is to post this live accordingly and accurately and to not glitch anything. Here we go, everybody. Ready? I call forward Archangel Gabriel of the highest light, love, and truth of God. I know you're already here, but I'm calling you in again. Archangel Gabriel of the highest light, love, and truth of God. Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel. Ensure, please, for me and the highest good of all, that this YouTube live posts to Mic Drop Sundrip's YouTube channel for all that are meant to watch it as the replay, now effective immediately. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know I love you. Thank you, babes. Happy New Year, Cynthia. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope this helped. I hope this helped everybody. I pray to God. I pray to the divine source, God creator, who is literally right here. I set an intention now that anyone that has watched this live or will watch the replay, lets go of all that the last 10 years has created in their life, allows that to fall away, and steps into this new year, which is about to be here in 5 hours, steps into this new year with unshakable faith, unshakable power, and unshakable love. Remember who you are. You are a soul in a temporary body here on earth to help save this planet because it's ready to rise in love and abundance consciousness. Scarcity, fear, pain, the illusion of separation, and dominance and power and control games are being dismantled out of the earth's grid. Therefore, all humans are going to clock in and not be able to be in that energy anymore. Those that are here now, including myself and all of you all here watching and that will watch, are the first dogs out in space. You're the Jedi. You're the light warrior. You're a light warrior. You're a light worker. You're here to change this planet. You're on the front lines. You're the Navy SEALs. You're the fucking Marines. Okay. And so because you're on the front lines, you've had to go first. And a lot of your friends and your family and your siblings and your colleagues and your peers and some of your karmic soulmates are not here to go first. So that's why they've been removed from your life. Okay. So now you're going to be sent all your real people, your life partner, your soul family. You're going to have your kids. There's a lot of people coming in to support you professionally and personally, but all the people that have been removed could not come with you because next year begins the year of saving this planet for real. Y'all got it? I know you do. And you know what I'm saying. Wow. What just happened? By the way, here's my human. That was just my soul talking because that's what my soul does. My soul gets all serious and shit. My soul's dead ass. My soul also ain't fucking around here. Just like the divine ain't fucking around, my soul ain't fucking around. But the human fucks around. Fine, it's fine. When my soul calls, I answer. When my human wants to play, my human plays. It's just how it works. Here's my lip gloss, which I never put on. Lip Elixir. Cherry mochi. Like the little Japanese ice cream. Love those. Is that how you say it? Goodbye. Good riddance. What's that New Year's song? Will old acquaintance be forgotten? Cue Frank Sinatra. Lovely soul. Yeah. So how do I end this, Divine? Is that it? The end? Just goodbye? Sayonara. Mic Drop Sundrip. Oh, I know how to end it. How could I forget? In case you need a reminder, in case you need to remember who the F you are, let me just remind you real fast with my tagline. You know what's coming. Lean in wherever you are so you can hear this loud and clear. You have a spark of the divine in you. And next year, you gonna act accordingly. I love you all. May all your dreams become a reality in 2026. Thank you for trusting me and for being here. I love you.